Oh my word. Can you believe that I started the show before and I didn't even hit the live button? Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports. As usual, we do bring the best of guests from around the world. This one in particular is coming to you from Africa. This is my brother, my Nigerian brother, who does work from around the world as a boxing promoter. You may remember him, FELACHAMP PROMOTION, with a show that was done sometime last year at the stadium in Lagos. So without further ado, I'm going to bring him back into the room and we can talk all things boxing. You didn't miss anything, by the way. It went live. It didn't go live, but anyway, we're going live now. Let's bring my brother in the room and we'll get started. So, bro, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. For those people who don't remember you or don't know you, or for the first time they're meeting you, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is Akinde Oladimeji. I'm the CEO and founder of FELACHAMP Promotion. I'm a former boxer, and I'm still gonna say I'm a boxer. I'm into boxing promotion and management as well.
Okay, so let's go.
From Nigeria and based in Paris, France.
Fantastic. So let's go back a bit. So you were a former boxer yourself. So amateur, pro, talk to us about that first.
Yeah, I did both amateur and professional. I did.
Okay, talk to us about your amateur record and your pro record.
Yeah, as everyone can know, as an amateur fighter in Nigeria, sorry to say this, we don't have database, we don't have records. So, but I think my highest level of amateur boxing was Commonwealth Youth Games in 2008 in India, Pune City. It's Commonwealth Youth Game, which I make it up to quarterfinal stages before I lost to the champion of the event in light welterweight.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and I'm also a gold medalist in 2004 National Sport Festival in Nigeria, and 2002 silver medalist and 2006 gold medalist in National Sports Festival in Nigeria.
Fantastic. So, and your pro record, what did you achieve as a pro?
Yeah, it's been 4 years and I have almost 5 years now. I've been inactive. My last time on the ring was April 2017. So due to some injury, COVID-19 and every other thing, so make it almost 4.5 years of being active. And my record was 9 fights, 3 victory, 2 draw, and 4 losses.
Okay, fair enough. So talk to us, what got you into boxing in the first place?
Honestly, I've never dreamed of being a boxer, but I would say it happens. And I always say people, I find myself doing boxing. My elder brothers, my immediate brother, my elder brother, the one I followed, was the one who really trained boxing. So I just go around, watch, and go back home. From there, the coach started, trying to train me from home. I don't go to the gym. It took me as a brother. He trained me at home just for fun. Before I know it, I started getting interest, putting interest, and before I know it, I went to a competition in, I think it was Lagos State Club Championship or Lagos State boxing championship. So when I went to the competition and I made it to the semi-final level. So that was how I started developing interest. The following year, I attended National Open Boxing Championship in 2001, which I make it to I think it's semi-final stage as well. So that was how I found myself in boxing, and I started develop interest for the game.
Okay, fair enough. And so fighting in the amateurs, of course, what was it like, obviously being Nigerian and then going to fight abroad, going to fight for the Commonwealth Games? What was that like?
Yeah, fighting as an amateur fighter in Nigeria, during our days, it was very, 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 very difficult because actually is very difficult because our organization, we don't amateur fighters in Nigeria during our days, was not competitive. When I say was not competitive, it means, we hardly fight one time or two times in 2 years. So what are the championship we have? We have National Sport Festival once in 2 years, and before the 2 years, we might, it's not certain, we might have National Open Boxing Championship. So that is why I said it was not competitive. We hardly fight. Compared to now, we have a lot of promoters, we have a lot of individuals, we have a lot of people who trying to invest in boxing, trying to give the youth and the talented fighters an opportunity to show their skills. We have Lagos State Boxing Hall of Fame. We have a couple of competition right now, but during our days, it wasn't the same.
Okay. So the level in terms of when you boxed and you stepped up to box, how much was that level from the training you were getting at home in Nigeria to when you went abroad to fight?
To be honest, how we said, I acquired a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills. I developed a lot abroad, but physical wise, strength wise, energy wise, when I arrived in France with all the strength, energy, powers, knowledge I've acquired from Lagos, Nigeria, with the help of Coach Obisianwakpa. And he was one of the best coaches I've ever trained with, both home and abroad. He was the best coach I've ever trained with. So when I get here, I'm still fighting with the knowledge, with the strength, with the conditioning power he has imparted in me. So after some times, I acquired a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge, training with some champions, some Olympic champions here in France. So that really, but they are not physically strong and fit like the way I was.
So what do you think the secret was to your fitness and strength coming from Nigeria and then fighting abroad?
Yeah, because, I know where I'm coming from. And I always say to people, if you can survive in Nigeria, you can survive anywhere in the world. Even with injury, I really want to go. Like, I don't want no complaint, no excuse, because my former coach, my amateur coach, which is Obisianwakpa, made me understand it's only a failure who give an excuse. Even at my difficult time, I want to be on the ring. I want to prove myself. I want to show the world I'm the best. You understand? So
that's so important. I think that is so important that that you have that mentality. Very important having that mentality, because without that mentality, you can't. It's no point boxing. There's no point taking part in any sport if you're not mentally prepared. Because it doesn't matter how skillful you are. If you're not mentally set up, you end up being just a gym fighter, being very good in the gym, but when it comes under the lights, you can't perform. So yeah, it's important. Let's talk a little bit about now. You turned from amateur to pro. What was that decision that made you turn from amateur to pro?
Yeah, it was a decision I have to make, because if I don't make the decision, I might eventually regret not turning pro. Because when I arrived in France, I arrived with short visa, so I love to educate the young ones, the upcoming fighters, with what has happened to me, particularly with my experience, to share my experience to educate them. So when I arrived in France, I arrived in France with short stay visa, and it was during holiday. It was very crazy. And when I arrived, when I went to the gym, I showed my skills. It took time for them to allow me to put on the glove. I have to go through medical checkup and every other thing. So I was so angry. I want to prove myself to the world. So the first day they gave me, I started. I proved myself. I beat them all at the gym. I beat all of them. So after some time, they said, okay, we are the champion. We're going to give you an appointment, 2 weeks appointment. So you have to come back in 2 weeks. You have to fight with the champion. The guy have 15 fights, no losses. He's our champion. So I said, okay, no problem. So when I waited after 2 weeks, the day came and we stepped onto the ring. Their champion was the one I beat, and I knocked him out in the second round. So easy. So after knocking me out, knocking him out, and there was like, oh, now we agree your level is beyond people in this club, so we're going to take you to the French national team. So I was took to the French national team. When we arrived there, I don't know if you know their French now national champion, which is Suleiman Sissoko. So he was, I think he was the silver bronze medalist at the 2016 Olympic game. So he was the first one I fought there. I fought almost like 4 or 5 boxers. I showed to them that I have it in me. You understand? So all the coaches, they see like, oh, this guy is so good, and they were like, okay, we allow you to come and train with us anytime, any day. So when they said that, when I get back to my gym said, don't waste your time. Firstly, even though you beat them all, they will tell you you're not a French. You have to go and learn French. You are not a citizen. You have to go and do this. You have to go and do that. During that process of learning French, it might take you 2 years, So during that process, they will adapt to your style. You won't be able to beat them anymore. It's just going to be like you waste your time. So better you pass pro. So that was how I took the decision. And I started my professional career.
So that's how you became a pro. You were in France and you thought, right, you know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to turn pro. So talk to us about your pro career. What was the plan for you? What did you aspire to do in your professional career at that point?
Yeah, at that point, I really wished to make it to the top, to become a world champion, because that has been my dream, to make it to the top. I want to fight to be a world champion. But at the moment, I couldn't. It couldn't happen. So nothing I can do about that. So I give my best. Probably I would say my best wasn't enough, or is not destined for me to be a world champion. But when they talk about boxing knowledge, skill, I know I understand the game better as an amateur and as a professional.
Do you take your journey? Would you say that you're well managed on your journey? Is that the reason why you probably want the success that you wanted to be, due to management and the way your manager managed you, or was it just down to yourself?
To be honest, boxing overseas and without a management company, without a promoter, it's so difficult. It's so difficult because you will come across a lot of difficulties. You come across, for example, let me use myself as an example. I was fighting as a pro without no management company. I was even fighting being in the country illegal. You know what it means? Being in the country illegal. So it's those are the difficulties fighting in a country or starting your professional country overseas. Not well documented. So, and before you could start your professional career in overseas, well documented, you have to be at least be an Olympian, at least or probably Commonwealth or world champion, as an amateur world champion. So those are the moments. Those are the moments the big and top promoters management, they will approach you. But you just coming from Africa, trying to find a living, trying to struggle. It's not the same. So those are the difficulties and challenges you're gonna face. And I think those are the difficulties and challenges I face that I think those are the part of the things that affected my career as well. But today I give thanks to God, and I never regret living abroad, and I never regret of being a boxer as well.
I'm gonna come back to exactly something you said there. There are a lot of fighters, boxers in Africa, in Nigeria, that want to they think they're in the gym, they're training, and they just want to leave the country and think just become a pro, or they think that it's just a road of gold as soon as they leave Africa. Can you explain to me the process and how, in your opinion, what you see and in Africa or in Nigeria and the reality between what they see and what it is?
What I always advise the upcoming fighter that are willing to start their professional career, what I really advise them, I always advise them, like, you got to start your professional career in Nigeria, your country of origin, where you were born. You have to start your professional career there. So it's just like you start from the root, and you
Yes.
evolve to the top.
Yes.
But you flying abroad, like you want to start abroad, is not the best choice, because boxing is a business, as everybody know. I don't think it's everybody who understand that boxing is a business, and no promoter. For example, I live in France. I can't be compared to the like of Suleiman Sissoko, the one I said. They were born here, they grown up here, they went to school here. So if they set up a show, they can pull the crowd, they can sell a ticket. So during my boxing days in France, I took money from my pocket to buy ticket from my Nigerian brothers that really want to come and watch the show. So I can't sell ticket. I can't be compared to those who can sell the ticket, who are the marketable fighters. I can't be comparing to them. So those are difficulties Nigerian fighter coming to abroad, trying to start his professional career. Those are difficulties we're going to face. Like, let me use an example like Olusegun Ajose. Olusegun Ajose formerly based in the UK. And he was a very good fighter. He was among the Nigerian best fighter. I think he fought with the like of Lucas Matisse. There's all those British fighters. I just can beat them all. But
Well,
who's going
good.
to be the promoter? Who want to promote? Nobody want to promote because he can't sell a ticket. He's not a marketable fighter. Nobody knows him in the UK. You see? So
Absolutely.
those are the things the upcoming fighters don't understand.
So tell me, so you have your professional career, but now you're a promoter. How do you move from being a boxer to being a promoter? What made you make that change?
Yeah. I've never in my life think I'm gonna be a boxing promoter. But I would say it's all the knowledge I acquired so far. And my mission and my aim and objective is to support the young ones, the amateur ones, the talented ones. Because I remember when I was in Lagos, I struggled a lot. We share tooth guide, we share bandage, we share everything. You understand? So that
Yes.
really make me set up this organization. Like, let me organize an event for them. Let me give them this prize. Let me give them gloves. Let me give them what I can be able. In a way, I can support the young ones. Along the line, I realized in France, once we had a promotion, the people that we fought that we fight as an exhibition, they are the amateurs. So those are the reason, and that is the main reason I implement same style in Nigeria. But it's not how will I put it? It's not the same in Nigeria because French only have one boxing federation. So if there's a French federation, boxing federation, is both amateur, is only one organization. But they between the organization, they know this one is amateur, this one is professional, but it's only one. There's nothing like MBBFC. When you say Federation Française du Boxe, it means French Boxing Federation. It's one. Both amateur and professional, they have only one office. But in Nigeria, it's not the same. You see? So, yet, I try to start in our previous event, as you can see, I try to start with the amateur to fight as an exhibition. Is a way for them to show their skills and talent and to support them with the token I have before the professional bout started. So those are the main reason I started the event, and eventually I make it both amateur and professional. So that's how I become a promoter.
What has been the key points? Because people say to me that being a professional fighter and the way you were treated as a professional fighter makes you more aware of the tricks of other promoters, other managers, and you have a better idea of how to look after fighters. Is this true?
Can you repeat, please?
I said that because you've been a former fighter, or you are a fighter, that you understand the game better, and you have a better insight as a promoter, as a fighter now promoting. So you know how to look after the best interests of your fighter.
I would say that is very true, and it's very true because how will I put it? It's very true. Let me quickly use this as a point. You can't teach what you don't know. You can't explain what you don't know. The geography you don't know, you can't direct someone. So that make it easy. I did it both amateur and professional. I understand the game, and I also understand the business part of it. So which many promoter doesn't understand, which many manager doesn't understand. So due to my knowledge, being practical made me also understand the business part of it.
Okay. So go ahead.
With that, many have come. Many promoters have come, and we don't hear about them no more. So we don't hear about them because they don't know the game, they don't understand the business part of it. So they come, it's like they invested in in a business they don't know about. So once they invested, and probably they run out. So that is very true.
What are the things that when you're as a promoter, what are you looking for your fighter? So if a fighter were to join you, what would they get joining FELACHAMP promotion?
Firstly, I'm open to everyone. I have my fighters. I think I have 2 fighters I'm managing, and I promote them as well. And yet, I still really want to see the Nigerian fighters at the top. I love seeing my own people uptown and trying to support them, be there for them. So with the like of Mary Abbey is one of my fighter, and I'm very, very happy. She's the world champion today.
Hold that a second. Please do. Let's talk about Mary Abbey for a second. Let's not go past that, because a few years ago, I was on a train and I managed to interview Laura Payne. Years on, now, Mary Abbey, I saw her fight in Lagos, and now, obviously Mary Abbey has gone on to beat Laura Payne. Talk to us about that fight, how that fight came about, and what's happened since, because I think it's very important.
There are some things I can't say on air, but I will say exactly what I can say. So it was a long story, and Mary Abbey really trained a lot. She trained a lot. She sacrificed her time, endurance, and she put all her energy in this to the fight. Firstly, Mary Abbey was not scheduled to fight Laura Payne. Mary Abbey was scheduled to fight Hopewell, something Hopewell. I don't really know second name or last name. So I think I know is Hopewell, maybe Max Hopewell or something like that. So Mary Abbey was scheduled to fight with the lady. And at the long runs, I think the event was cancelled or postponed. So Mary Abbey already have a UK visa, and she keep pushing, trying to fight. And she prepared a lot. And after the fight was postponed, and she called me, hey, I had like the fight was cancelled, and there will be a show in Nigeria. Please kindly talk to the promoter so that the training I did won't be wasted. I said, okay, don't worry. We're trying to get a fight. Unfortunately, they made it to the UK. So once they made it to the UK, it was very, very terrible. You know, being in a foreign country with no family. You know, they keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Between and during their stay in the UK, that was when the opportunity came up for Mary Abbey to fight Laura Payne.
Okay.
That was how the opportunity came up, and Mary Abbey has been training since last year October, from one training camp to another, from one training section to another, from one training camp to another. Not until they get to the UK, they visited a lot of gym, couple of gym, trying to work out, trying to get some sparring done, trying to help those who are preparing for another fight. So they keep moving. She never lose hope. She never give up, and she put all her energy. And honestly, I saw a great improvement in her. Uh, After the fight, she took control of the fight from the first round to the last round. So it was, I was so happy. I was so excited. For me and my entire organization, FELACHAMP Promotion, to produce the first female Nigerian home-based fighter world champion and the first Nigerian female fighter world champion. It's a great happiness for me, and it was a great achievement for me as well.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. It's a great achievement. And once again, congratulations to Mary Abbey. What's happened since Mary Abbey's come back to Nigeria? What has happened since then?
Oh, actually, when she arrived back to Nigeria, I think the Nigerian Police Inspector General of the Inspector General of Nigerian Police welcomed her to Abuja, trying to they gave her promotion from constable to corporal, and now we are really working hard for our title defense to be in Nigeria. So we're trying to contact some sponsor, because to organize an event, a world title event, so we need a sponsor, and we're trying to talk to some private bodies and some companies, individuals who can really come out and support our promotion and support Mary Abbey as well, to have our title events in Nigeria. So those are the things we're working on at the moment.
How difficult, or what are the challenges that you face as a boxing promoter?
The challenges we face a lot is sponsorship. We don't have sponsorship in Nigeria. The first event we did in February 2021, the second one we did in August 2021, I financed with my personal resources, with my personal income. Though I received some material support, lighting, the venue, and so on and so forth. A little material support, but the financial aspect of it, I financed with my personal income, and which was not so easy, and that is it.
But what would say you finance it with your money, but the benefits, what did it feel like having those promotions? Obviously, I attended the one in August, which was a fantastic event.
Yeah, I've been into boxing promotion. Everybody want to do business and make money, but non-promoter will tell me he promoted boxing in Nigeria and he make income or he make a profit. No. So me, I'm doing it for the love I have for the game, for the support I want to give to the youth and to the talented ones. That is the reason I've been into boxing promotion. So I'm not doing it to acquire money, to make profit. So it's my contribution to the society, it's my contribution to the sport of boxing.
When you do that and you say that, how do people outside of you respond or react to that? Because obviously there are people that are coming to boxing looking for money. How do you respond to all that sort of?
Yeah, a lot of people respond positive, and a lot of people respond negative, but their response, both positive, both negative, that will never change my vision, and that will never change my mission. So I always said without them, I really need them To be honest, I need them. I need their support. Their support is so important. I really need them. I want to their support is highly appreciated, but without them, I'm still gonna do what I can do. It might not be in a big form, but I'm still gonna do something. With their support, we make it big. But those who think positive, I stick to them. Those who think negative, I let them at their at the corner. But I still keep FELACHAMP still gonna go. FELACHAMP promotion still gonna do an event. We're still gonna make
So
it happen.
you talked about one fighter that you promote. Who's the other fighter that you promote?
Can you repeat, please?
You spoke about one fighter that you promote. Who's the other fighter that you promote?
Yeah, with the like of Fijabi Olaide is one of my fighter. I manage him as well and I promote him as well. So those are the two Nigerian fighter I manage
So who's
at the moment.
so the second fight you're talking about? When did they fight again, and when was the last fight?
I think he fought in February 25th. Yeah, he fought February 25th I think at Ikorodu, and he won in unanimous decision 8-round challenge contest. So that was the last time he fought in last month. And I'm trying to talk to some people. I just want to make it happen, bring them to have an international bout. So those are the things I'm working on at the moment as well, before we're going to have our own event as soon as possible.
So, fella, I'm just going to ask you the question because one of our big supporters, Leif Grameson's in the house, and he's asking the question. Fella says he did not dream about being a boxer or boxing promoter. What was his dream job as a child?
Yeah, how we said, I dreamed to become a lawyer, and I was so brilliant at school, and my parents are so proud of me. You know, my parents really want me to study, and they don't really tell me what they really want me to become. But in me, I really wanted to become a lawyer. And with boxing, I think how will I put it? I'm off track. I lost concentration because of boxing, but today I never regret that. Choosing boxing over being a lawyer, I never regret.
I think your heart took you where you are today.
Sure.
Absolutely. So, talk to me about one of the things I found that was absolutely amazing on the show, that you did the amateur boxing first, and then after the amateur boxing, you went and did the pro boxing. Talk to me as to why you did the format in that way.
Can you repeat, please?
Okay. I said in the last time when I attended that event, your event in August, I was able to see amateur fighters for half the show, and then I saw professional fighters to end the show. Talk to me about why you went about setting up the promotion that way.
Yeah, so I set up the promotion that way because that is the way I see it in France, and that is the way it always happens in France.
Okay.
There's no event. Let me just say 95% of the boxing event, professional boxing event, always started with amateur before pro.
Okay.
I was in Barcelona on February 27th, Sunday, February 27th. I was in Barcelona. So I think I'm going to come back to the ring February 27th. So I took a fight in Barcelona. So getting there, the fight was not approved. But it was the same. At the event, the amateur comes first before the professional bout. So I think every boxing organization or boxing commission have the way they operate. In French, that is the way in France, that is the way they operate. I think in Barcelona, because I saw it in Barcelona on February 27th, Sunday, February 27th, I saw the same thing in Barcelona. So every organization, boxing commission, they have the way they operate. So that is the way I see it in France. fighting my first professional debut, and every bout I fought. So that is the way I see it. So that is the reason I place it that way.
So, so do you give people an idea as to the youngest person that boxed that night, the night in August? Who was the youngest person that boxed that night?
Can you repeat, please?
Who was the youngest person that boxed that night on that show? The youngest person.
I think the youngest person is SMD Junior. I think they
Yes.
are the last bout presented with a little belt. Yeah,
Yes.
SMD Junior. I think he at that time he should be 6 years old. Fighter. Yeah.
Wow. So a 6-year-old started off was boxing on the same night as the professional fighters. That's amazing.
No, he fought as an amateur, as an
Yeah.
exhibition bout.
That's what I'm saying. So you had a 6-year-old that was doing the exhibition bouts, and then at the end we had the professional fighters. So I thought that was absolutely amazing. So the crowd were able to see amateur boxing and exhibition bouts, and then the amateur fights, and then the pro fights. It was amazing. It was good to see future of the future boxers.
Yeah, I think those are the main reason I really want to, you know, I really want to give them the opportunity so that people can see them, people can really see what we're doing, and people can support. It might be through FELACHAMP promotion, it might be through any other promotion. So all I just want is the development of boxing in Nigeria, and which I've been seeing much more better than during our time. So that alone really means a lot to me.
So let's talk. Let's wrap this up. Let's talk about where you want Fellow Champ to be, medium to long term. What do you want to be doing, Fellow Champ promotion?
Can you repeat, please?
What are your plans going forward with Fellow Champ promotion?
So my plan is just like to elevate the boxer, to promote the interesting fight in Nigeria. So to take Nigerian boxing to the next level, and which we've been working on. And due to Mary Abbey title defense and other Nigerian fighter based abroad in the US, to be precise. So we're trying to do a mega show in Nigeria as soon as possible before the end of this year. We're trying to do a mega show, to do something different.
So you'll have a mega show, and that will be in Nigeria or abroad.
That will be in Nigeria before the end of the year.
Okay, wow, we're looking forward to that. Also, let's talk a little bit about, before I end, current boxing events happening. What are your thoughts on the Nigerian fighters such as F.A. Ajagba now in the heavyweight division, and other fighters Nigerian fighters that are fighting abroad?
Yeah, I think a Fair Jagba is a sorry to use this language, but I think he's an upcoming fighter fighting at the top. But I think he need to work a lot. He need to increase his skills, and he also need to improve his defense as well. So if he can see his last bout, he need a lot of security to improve his defense and to improve his skills as well. So to me, he's a good fighter. He's a young fighter. He's an upcoming fighter. And for him to make it to the top, to make Nigerian proud again, he need to work hard and trying to put some things into correction. And with that, I think he's good to go.
What are your thoughts on Anthony Joshua? He's now announced that Angel Fernandez is his trainer. Your thoughts on his fight with Usyk and moving forward?
Honestly, Anthony Joshua is a British citizen, but origin Nigeria. I'm gonna say, I'm not here to criticize Anthony Joshua, but for me, Anthony Joshua just need to take some fights before fighting Usyk. So forget about him changing trainer. I would said the issue here is not about changing trainer. So for me, Usyk is so superior to Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua should just took some 2-3 fights before getting into rematch.
Mm-hmm.
So because honestly, boxing wise, Usyk is at the top level. He's a southpaw. Anthony Joshua was confused fighting a southpaw. Anthony Joshua doesn't land his power hand. He doesn't dodge some punches. All the jabs go to his face. All the hands go to his face. So for me, getting into rematch quickly with Usyk, it's a it's a wrong decision. I think you need to take like 2-3 fights before getting back to Usyk.
Um, People think that if Joshua comes in aggressive in his rematch, he can beat Usyk. Your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't think so. That is not the solution. So the solution of him winning is for him to know what he really want to do. It's not just being aggressive. Being aggressive won't solve anything. Usyk will cut him very cheap, very cheap. If he was like being aggressive, Usyk will cut him very cheap. So I think he has a lot of work to do for him to fight and win against Usyk. Sorry to say this, to me, uh, in the second fight, if he listen to people like being aggressive is the solution or something like that, no, it will get him into trouble. It will get Anthony Joshua will get into trouble with Usyk. Firstly, Usyk is a southpaw, and we fighters know if you meet a very, very good and intelligent southpaw, that is a problem. That is number one problem. And being a southpaw as well is a very, very big task for Anthony Joshua. So being aggressive, I don't think it will solve the solution.
If you were managing Anthony Joshua, what would you have done with with his training situation? Would you have stepped with Robert McCracken? Would you have gone with Abel Fernandez? What would you have done if you were managing Anthony Joshua today?
Honestly, to be honest, even if Eddie had have opportunity to see this interview, if he really understand that I know what I'm saying. If I'm Anthony Joshua's manager or I'm one of his technical team, I will just advise him the way I'm saying right now, not to take Usyk rematch quickly. Let him to take his time, trying to fight other people, trying to find a solution, and trying to get back his belt. But him going quickly is not the best decision. I think for me, he's gonna lose again. Sorry to say this. I think he's gonna lose again. He need to take his time, trying to fight like 2-3 fights before going back to fight Usyk. If not, he's out of the game. Even Eddie knows. Eddie knows that. Eddie knows that. If not, I think the rematch would have happened long time ago. So Eddie is scared of losing money, trying to put a show and see Anthony Joshua lose again. So I think at the moment, Eddie himself lost confidence on Anthony Joshua.
Okay, let's talk about Tyson Fury and Dillon White.
Yeah, that would be a great fight and smoky fight, but I think I choose Tyson Fury ahead of Dana White, boxing wise, um, long range and every other thing. So I think it's gonna Dana White won't last 12 rounds. Sorry to say that it won't. Dana White can't last 12 rounds with Tyson Fury.
Why
Yeah,
do you say this?
yeah, because I fought some shorter opponent. They are dangerous, but each time I fought a shorter opponent, I feel more relaxed, feel comfortable with my jab, and I know what to do. So I think Tyson Fury will also do the same because for Tyson Fury to beat Deontay 2 times, uh, is the superior in every way. He's number
But
one pound for
but
pound in every way.
what about Dillon's attributes? He's a more rounded fighter than a Deontay Wilder, wouldn't you say? And
No,
he's
no,
physically stronger.
I think to me, Deontay is the most dangerous and the baddest heavyweight on the planet. But for Tyson Fury to, to to find a solution to his problem on the ring, to his power punch and everything. I think Tyson Fury can handle all the heavyweight at the moment.
Here's an interesting one. Amir Khan has asked for a rematch with Kell Brook. If you were managing Amir Khan, what would you say to Amir Khan?
Now we advise Amir Khan to retire. He has done it. He was the former world champion. He was the Olympic silver medalist. So he has done it. He has nothing to offer anymore. For him to lose to Kell Brook that way is for him to lose like that is not encouraging to have any rematch. So for the promoter, I think it's just gonna be waste of money. Sorry to use this language. So let's pass to something else. I think he should retire.
He talked about saying he can make changes, and he said that he can make changes for the rematch.
Oh, I think to me, there's nothing American has to offer anymore. He doesn't have a good chin, and I don't think it's a good idea to give him rematch. Honestly, I don't think.
And if you're managing Kell Brook, what do you do with him? Do you get him to fight Conor Benn? Do you get him to fight Chris Eubank Jr.? Or do you get him to retire?
I think I would tell Kell Brook also to retire because since he fought with Triple G, I think since then I think Triple G broke his eye socket. I don't remember, but since then they've already done it. They are world champion. They are former world champion and everything. I think it's time for them to rest, and age is not on their side. So it's better to retire than getting punishment or in the name of boxing.
The Klitschko's have said that they don't want Canelo to fight Bivol because he's Russian. What do you think? Thoughts on that?
Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with boxing, but it was a difficult moment for the whole world, not even only Russia and Ukraine alone, because at the moment, everywhere is nowhere is safe, and we just have to keep praying for the nation, for the whole world, but I don't think it has nothing to do with boxing.
So you think that see, there are a lot of fighters and a lot of sports athletes being punished because of Russia's stance. Should they be getting punished though?
Can you repeat, please?
Should athletes be getting punished because of a stance that their president has taken?
To me, I would say no. I would say no, but the way we reason in a different way. We reason in a different form. So but for me, I would say no. It doesn't have to have due to the era of French or the era of Russian president doesn't have to affect athletes in other country. It doesn't have to affect with the like of soccer player, basket. The athlete doesn't have to affect athletes or anybody from Russia. Being their president started war doesn't mean they are bad person. But it is what it is. I'm not an organization who will make the decision like the FIFA suspended Russia from the FIFA World Cup and so on and so forth. And so even some many Ukrainian and everybody, they retired from Russia clubs they represented and they go back to their country. So it's so sad, but I don't think it has nothing to do with sports.
Joe Joyce, as they say, Joe Joyce might fight Anthony Joshua. Would you advise Joshua to fight Joe Joyce?
Oh, one minute, please. Can you repeat, please?
There's rumors that Anthony Joshua might face Joe Joyce if he doesn't fight Usyk. If Usyk vacates because he's in Ukraine, they say Joe Joyce might fight Anthony Joshua. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be an interesting fight. And like I said earlier, Joshua should take one or two, even 2 or 3 fights before Usyk rematch. And I think it's a great step for him to improve his skill to find a solution and before thinking about going to get rematch with Usyk.
Okay, final question. Let's talk about Nigerian talent, who should we look out for in Nigeria coming through the ranks? Either fighters that you promote or fighters that you say, this guy's got talent.
Honestly, we have millions of talent out there. Raw talent. When I say raw talent, without facility, they keep going. They have a lot of energy, and they still trying their best. And so they have their talent and every other thing. They still keep going. We have millions of fighters out there. We have to look out. So I can't even start to mention names, to be honest. So I can't even start to mention names.
Okay, well, fair enough. How do people contact you, fella? How do people contact you if they need to contact you?
My contact number is on my Instagram page. You can follow us on FELACHAMP Promotion, Facebook page FELACHAMP Promotion, and I think on my Facebook page, I think we have my mobile number, which you can reach me direct call or WhatsApp call. Any other way you can contact me, and we have my email Oladimeji at fellowchampromotion.com. So those are the way people can reach out to me.
Thank you so much, fella. I know you've really got to rush off, but thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to talking to you with boxing again. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure to talk to you and to have a great interview with you. And it's my pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
And we look forward to seeing you in one of your next shows. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Take care and all the best.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So there you have it. FELACHAMP promotion there. Based in Paris. Nigerian born. And doing his stuff in Nigeria and for Paris for the young people and for the older ones, the amateurs and the pros. What a great setup. And we wish him all the very best. Again, check out FELACHAMP across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been BWTM Sports, bringing you the best from around the world. Once again, have a good night and take care.